Holy shit.
It's begun.
The before.
How about now?
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode
Of
the Before
and
After
Podcast.
Bloop. Hello. I'm Tony,
I'm Parker.
and we're here having a good time. How you doing, Parky?
I'm doing well.
That was awfully. I didn't like it because I can hear it really well. It was just like we're an ASMR podcast now.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what we're doing. But it's it's ASMR sounds, but we make them with our mouths.
Yeah.
So they
Are you just like
tap on shit.
Are you catcalling like an animal?
Yeah.
Sounds like it either sounds like a what are those animals? A squirrel?
A squirrel.
Yeah, squirrels sound like they're always masturbating. They're just
Yeah. I was like, a squirrel or
or a pervert.
yeah, both. It's a perverted squirrel.
So
I ordered these things,
Yeah.
right, from this website. They're called conversation menus.
Yeah.
They're from theschooloflife.com, and they're just supposed to be like conversation starters.
Yeah.
Right? And they help. Let's see. Maybe I'll just read this whole back paragraph. We typically spend a lot of time getting the food right when we invite others over for a meal, but I'm a bad reader.
Yeah. Let's have the person with dyslexia read the back of a box.
That's red with white ink.
You're dyslexic, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what I want to do? I want to read right now.
Yep. You're going to suffer through this. No, I'm not going to read all this.
Let me.
I'll finish the first sentence. But in the end, what makes a really great occasion is, of course, always the conversation around the table. You know what I did? I was just stalling so I could read that 10 times and memorize it, and then let you read the rest.
I'm not going to read the
all
rest. So we have these
so
cards.
You get the point.
And I started looking through the cards, and I realized I think these are conversation starters to memorize before you invite a date over that you're trying to
woo.
to fuck.
I don't think so. I think those are in there, but I think some are for friends and like
Children?
Well, that's obviously not one, but that's the one you picked.
Yeah.
You picked children out of. Let's see. Let's just see what the other ones are.
Okay. This is good content. You can't read the box. You can't open the box.
Self-knowledge.
Okay, then we're doing self-knowledge. Take this.
Death.
That's sexy.
Is it?
For goths, yeah.
I was about to say.
Are you dating a goth?
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do self-knowledge.
Let's do
We can
self-knowledge.
hold off on children.
Yeah. Yeah, we both
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell my ex-girlfriend. But boom. We went there.
And I love that you said we're like late night hosts now with the card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how much better can the show get?
Let me read it.
Yeah. I read it in my head.
You literally looked and then you blanked and you're like,
I was reading it.
yeah, aloud. They have to hear the question. First question.
I wanted to be prepared.
How much do you like yourself? What do you attribute this to?
How much do you like yourself?
Yeah, and what do you attribute it to?
You know, at the risk of sounding conceited.
Can I guess what you were gonna say?
Yeah.
You love yourself.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, you are. Dude, you strut around the apartment like fucking king shit, a fuck mountain. You're just like,
I mean, someone's got to be the king.
You're like, I'm the mayor of king shit mountain.
Yeah. You know how hard it was to get elected in that position? Mayor of king shit fuck mountain?
Of a place that doesn't exist?
Yeah, it was really hard. It was exceptionally hard.
What'd you have to do?
I had to fucking
get stoned?
create it. Create a city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's filled with bros.
You do like yourself though, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, I really like in a healthy way.
What's healthy versus non-healthy way?
I know I'm flawed, right? I know that there are shortcomings to myself.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, you take the good with the bad. I guess I could work on those shortcomings.
Yeah.
But
I love how you're just like, I'm so good that my bad, not even gonna fucking try working with them.
Nah.
Not at all?
No, I do.
What's a bad quality you think you have?
I'm flaky.
Yeah.
I had it in the can, I know.
Dude, your flakiness has rubbed off on me a little bit. We literally had someone text us in a group chat being like, "Hey, do you want to be on our like game podcast?" And we sat there and I said, "Parker, respond if you want to do it." And you said, "I'll respond later." And I go, "Okay," and put the phone away. And we didn't respond to that person.
I still feel bad.
I do too, yeah. And I'm the one that got yelled at for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were playing poker online, and he goes, "Oh, so you and Parker can't respond to us?"
Do you know why you got yelled at and not me?
Why?
Because I never reply.
That doesn't...
He's like, Parker doesn't reply ever, so it's different. You, Tony.
That doesn't make it okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you like yourself, man?
Sometimes I like myself a lot.
Right.
And then I talk to my family. and then I don't like myself that much anymore.
Yeah.
Especially like my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma, she's a lady. She's not that nice. Like I'll tell you a story. I remember senior year was when I got caught smoking weed. I was like grounded for like a year. And I was like I want to do theater and stuff, and my stepmom like let me take like a theater class and all this. It was really dope. And then after I took theater, I was like, I think I want to try acting in college, Maybe like this whole acting thing this was fun. I wasn't good, but it just like I felt something doing it.
Right, yeah.
Because growing up I was like a lazy kid. But like,
you wanted to do it.
Yeah. I was like, this is cool. And told my grandma, I was like, "Grandma, I want to be an actor." And she went to her room, got out like a magazine, like a tabloid magazine, shows it to me. On the cover, it's George Clooney.
Yeah.
She points at it and goes, "This is what an actor is."
Yeah.
Not
this is
you.
not you.
Yeah. No one wants to look at you, piggy pig.
Yeah. So after that, you're like, I don't like myself as much.
Yeah. For a while, I don't like. Yeah.
So every once in a while, you remember that, and you're like, oh yeah.
I'm no actor. I'm no. Anytime I feel good about anytime I have like a good set or like I do something good, I just yell to myself, "I'm no Clooney."
Yeah. Don't forget it.
I wasn't in the movie Up in the Air. That's a good flick. Not me though.
Not me.
So
nice. What's the next question? Okay. What's next?
What difficulties did your child bequeath you?
My child or my childhood?
Childhood, sorry.
What difficulties?
Yeah. You seem like you had a pretty dope childhood.
I look at the positives.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely know that there are people who could be in my shoes and they'd be like, me, I'm sad. My parents got divorced. And and people are mean. And I'm like, but I'm not like that.
How'd you take to your parents' divorce?
You know, at first, I was not about it.
You were just like, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I didn't think you guys were going to work out.
Your dad gave your dad a high five. We going to the club again, Pops.
Yeah.
Girls on girls on girls.
Yeah, no, I was not a fan.
Yeah.
And but then, like, I would say 4 years later, I was like all for it.
What changed it?
They met other people and they both got happier. Or so on the outside, you know?
Yeah.
Then again, they looked pretty happy on the outside before they got divorced. I remember so many people being like, no one saw it coming. And I'm like, well, that's fucking scary.
Yeah, honestly, is that sadder that no one saw it coming? Like,
I think that's one of the difficulties that I was bequeathed with.
yeah, that you just didn't see it coming.
That it's like, oh, everything can be fine, but it's not, right?
Yeah.
Like secretly, everything's not fine.
Everything, like underlying tones and shit.
Right.
Yeah. No, my parents' divorce, I could see it coming.
Yeah, a mile away.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause a year before, like, my mom would just ask, like, who would you rather live with? And then I thought, usually,
Wow.
Yeah. So those questions were asked to me, and I was just like, why am I thinking of this?
Yeah.
Is this going to happen in the near future? So
why are y'all bringing this up so often?
Yeah. You and Dad don't like dance or
Yeah.
or like go to the store. Yeah.
Or really talk to each other.
Yeah. But when you do, it's loud.
You're so angry.
You're just upset. But I'm on the side of, again, I'm also like pro divorce.
Yeah. If it's not working.
It's just get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's what we do with things.
Yeah.
Like, I have a broken laptop. Actually,
I throw it away.
I have.
I still have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't throw it away.
I'm not good with. I'm not good with letting go, which is probably
One
the
of
cause
your-
of the divorce.
Yeah.
That's what
I think that all my problems are my parents' fault.
No,
I think I just had this realization. These cards are good. I like these.
every answer just leads to thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
You pieces of it. No, but I don't want to do that because also I don't want. I like. No, it's not their fault. It is, but it's not. Right?
Right, yeah. Like at what the thing I always say, right, is like, or something that was asked to me by an older person that has kids was like, at what point am I like absolved? And I was like, as soon as you care to be, like as a parent, right?
I didn't know I lived with Jesus Christ. Like, that's wise. That's a wise thing to say. Yeah.
Yeah, because he has like older kids, and you know, and like I still hit up my parents for money every now and again.
Yeah.
And it's like, at what point am I, you know, am I not no longer responsible? And it's like, yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people's parents who steal money from them. So
Yeah, that's true.
They don't feel responsible at all.
Yeah. Overall, like, my parents, they were loving parents.
Yeah, same. Yeah, great parents.
I really can't blame them to be
No.
like, I don't want to live with someone I don't like, because I've done that with roommates.
Yeah.
If you look at it, when you have a roommate and you get a new one, you're divorcing those other roommates.
It's true, yeah.
So in a way, yeah. So Mom and Dad, you've been absolved.
Yeah, also a big thing, right, is things are going pretty great. All my problems are very small.
They are.
So even if they are my parents' fault, hey, I appreciate that those are the problems you gave me and not something way worse.
That is true. Our problems are pretty small.
Small problems.
Our couch talks at the end of the night, just stoned.
Yeah.
Well, there's never tears.
No.
There are never tears.
We're never crying.
Yeah, it's never like, we're not gonna be able to pay rent. We're gonna be homeless. It's always just like, hey, dude, my mom just ordered us a basket full of fruit. Or it's just like my dad, just like, hey, if you want to come back to San Antonio, I got food for you, and just want to hang out. Maybe we can go golf. So it's maybe it's
My dad said, next time you come to Easton, I got a half a pig for you.
my dad has a full pig too. What's up with our parents and pigs? They're trying to bribe us to move back home for like a pig.
Also, and that's one of my problems is I don't have enough freezer space for half a pig.
We could do it.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
Okay, that's good. So parents, don't blame your parents. That's
how many questions are left?
a few. Let's find a good
Let's
one.
just. Oh, you're skipping around.
Yeah,
you're picking and choosing.
Let's see. How do you typically respond to frustration? That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. It depends on the moment.
I realize
who I'm frustrated with.
And I've realized, and I'm trying to change this. If I'm frustrated, I'm going to say mean things about people. That I don't feel that way, but
sure.
It just like comes out,
Yeah.
and then afterwards I feel like
I'm gonna say the meanest fucking thing I can think to say to you.
Yeah.
Also, I'm good at this.
Yeah, and it's not.
I'm a stand-up comedian. They're gonna be funny.
Yeah,
you're gonna want to laugh, but it's also gonna hurt real bad.
They're gonna be funny for some, but for most,
they're
gonna be hurt. Yeah, dude,
just venom.
Like I think it was like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, where it was at its peak. That I was like, we should slow this down. I knew I needed to stop this because I would say something and then 2 a.m. I can't sleep and then send a message on Facebook being like, hey man, you know that thing I said about you? I didn't mean it that way. Like, you're a good friend.
Right.
Like I did that multiple times where I was like, that's not a good thing.
Same,
That's not a quality
that you want in yourself.
It's having to apologize for words you said to another human being.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right, yeah. That's always the worst.
No.
Is like, I'll like be quiet a lot of the times when I'm frustrated, or just like I have a little bit of an attitude.
You become a composer when you're frustrated.
What do you mean? How do you know?
No, I've seen it. Me and you have been talking.
Yeah.
And I could tell there's something off.
Yeah.
And I ask something or I push some kind of button and you just go, I'll get to it.
Hey.
Yeah. You go like full concerto. You're just like,
It's me cutting you off.
Yeah, and you just like, and then I think you realize it, and then like you come back 5 minutes later, you're like, hey, are we gonna finish that documentary?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, because but it's normal. It doesn't. Like,
if you ever think I'm frustrated with you, Tony, no, it's never you.
No, I'm probably I'm probably a little frustrated to live with. I get that.
No, not at all. I just mean
shit.
typically, I think in general, people when they're frustrated, it has more to do with something they're going through.
Yeah.
Than what is.
I remember once, and I didn't tell you this.
Okay.
I was mad at like something happened at work that pissed me off.
Oh yeah.
And I walked in and you were in the kitchen and you're looking through like the little window in the kitchen. You're like, hey man, how was your day? And that upset me so much.
Shut up.
Because you were like off work or something and you're just hanging out at home. And then you're just like, hey man, we still gonna go hit a mine, blah blah blah. I got dinner, we're gonna make some pizza. You're just like thrilled.
Having a great day.
And I'm just like, yeah, man. And then I just went in my room for like 45 minutes and decompressed.
Yeah.
Then I had to walk back out. It's like, hey, are we still going to hit that?
Yeah. It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing makes your bad day worse than someone having a good day.
Yeah. You're just like, why are you happy right now? You
didn't earn this happiness. I think that these are great. I think we could use these often. We'll do one more.
Yeah.
And then we'll throw to the view.
We'll throw to the view and to our guest.
I meant the interview.
Yeah, the guest.
Yeah. Not the show, The View.
Let's see.
Quality show.
Shut. I'm done with you.
Good.
What? Okay, I like this one. What do you find difficult to communicate directly?
My frustration.
Really?
No.
Emotion. Like love. For me.
Yeah, any like vulnerable emotion like sadness or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. Why is sadness tough?
I don't know, man.
There's some people though, it's easy. We all have that one friend that is excited to tell you how bad their life is at the moment.
Oh yeah.
And those people I don't get. They'll just come in and you'll be like, "Hey man, welcome to my house.
Everything is shit."
Yeah. How was your day? Where do I get started? And you're just like, "Oh, why?"
I wish you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wish you wouldn't start.
How about we stop?
Yeah.
We're gonna take out your transmission.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna watch the B movie. We're just gonna watch the B movie.
Yeah. You're gonna relax because that's what you clearly need to do. That's
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you think people? I don't know if it's a bad or good thing. I don't know. I feel like now, especially like Gen Z or whatever,
Yeah.
and also millennial, we're like, we like to use our sadness as like a power ranking.
It is. Yeah.
We're just like, which one is sadder?
And
somehow, the more sad you are,
the cooler you are.
The cool, you're so cool.
Yeah.
Like back in the 90s.
On the internet, though, like I wonder if that's real in school, like high school, or if like
sad boys and sad girls. That's a category of boy and girl. Like that's like a fucking. Like
yeah, that's true.
Back in the 90s, you would be like, that guy's cool. Why? He can do a kickflip. Now they're like, that girl's cool. Why? She cuts herself. And it's just like, well, she's
on 17 different antidepressants.
How lucky is she?
Her mental health is shit.
And I'm pro like talking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like there's this cool.
It is the flavor of the month, right?
Yeah.
It is like it's in. And so I definitely think there's a lot of people who are not like that, who are like, Yeah. Yeah.
Woe is me.
Woe is me. Yeah. It's just emo shit.
So we become an emo.
Surely, no. We have not become an emo culture.
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of.
We have, if you think about it.
Yeah, like Pete Davidson is like the hottest comic our age, and he's like a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives with his mom. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like super depressed.
What's his name? That one rapper who passed away.
Juice WRLD?
Juice WRLD was kind of like punk
depressed.
Sad boy. Depressed sad boy.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get happy music? I like happy music.
I totally listen to happy music.
Like pop punk.
Yeah.
Like fucking Blink-182.
Yes. Do you not know? You give me all this shit for liking Machine Gun Kelly. But his new shit is fun. It's good.
It's good.
And it had Travis Barker on drums. Blink-182. It sounds a lot like Blink-182.
Listen to this. It's bad. Just hear me out.
It's bad?
Artistically bad.
Yeah, because it's been done before.
Does it make me feel something?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's great.
Yeah. I love that he's like, Eminem dissed him all the way to pop punk. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I guess I'm not going to do rap.
I'm not going to do rap.
I'm just going to make nostalgia music for fucking sad boys and sad girls.
But I think honestly though, the thing that like if we're talking like direct emotion,
yeah,
I think the hardest one is I think like with new people is like committing to them.
Letting like a guard down.
Yeah. Right. I'm up. It's not like a bad guard. It's just like this comedic guard.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm not gonna. There's information inside of me that you're never gonna know.
Right. We've talked about this. Like I was very like a recluse and not very well known in the comedy scene. Like I was known as like a comedian, but like
you're still not well known. Parker,
I'm well known by the people who matter.
Literally,
who book people.
I'm the messenger for you. Anytime I'm around comics, it's like a legend. They're like, tell us another story about Parker.
I like that, dude.
You're like a dead relative you never got to meet. You're just like, what was Parker's laugh like? What did he
little shrill.
Yeah. What did he enjoy? What did he hate? It's
That's so funny.
It's not bad. I don't
Yeah.
mind it.
It's definitely the boat I'd rather be in than getting like 2 a.m. phone calls.
That is, I get that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Some.
You know, we played our strengths. You're good at answering the phone at 2 a.m.
I don't know why. Oh
Yeah.
You couldn't even. I remember one week you were sick or something.
Yeah.
I tried to call you because someone called. They're like, "Hey, is Parker sick? Is he doing okay?" Try to call you. Didn't answer. Try to call you again. Didn't answer. This is also day 3 of not seeing him. So I'm just like, oh, I want to make sure this guy's alive.
Yeah.
And then
I was asleep.
I knocked on your door.
Didn't answer.
Didn't answer. Come back 4 hours later, knocked on your door again. Didn't answer.
I was probably just annoyed.
Come back again, knock. Hey, Parker, I'm just checking up on you.
Yeah.
Make sure you're alive. And you just go, yeah, I'm alive. And I just go,
That's probably one of the moments when I didn't like myself so much.
yeah.
Guess what? I just upped my power ranking by 2 points.
Dude, you did come out, and I was like, did Parker just get cooler?
He looks dehydrated as fuck, bro.
It's fucking red.
Yeah. Nice.
But,
well,
we got a cool guest this
a
week.
cool guest. She has pink hair.
She has pink hair.
Yeah.
She's a really awesome comic. How we met, we talked about it on the podcast, but shortly
Super cool.
we just connected online once. We
Yeah.
talked over the phone. She's a really fucking funny comic from Los Angeles. She has a great podcast that I listen to called Resting Bitch Pod, and she's opened and toured with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Last year she did
That's so cool.
like a couple of dates with him, so that's on his like arena tour.
Yeah.
She's hilarious. She's been to Montreal. Give it up for Ali Macofsky.
How are you?
Oh.
We're doing all right.
I just pounded a big ass sandwich.
How was it?
It was so good, but I don't know if this is just me, but like, do you ever eat a lot of food and then it's like you're all mucusy after?
Yeah, it's
Every time I eat food, I just am like so phlegmy. I chose the perfect time to eat.
Do you think?
Right.
I think I know. In my case, it's gout. Because
Good.
Oh, do you actually have that?
I don't think my dad has it, and we're just fast eaters because we have no control. I
You
think
do eat fast. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad eats oranges in one bite.
and then
Like cuties or full oranges?
So like full oranges.
I'm impressed.
is your father
Yeah.
King Kong? Like,
He's a beast for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Animal. I don't know why. Like, it's not even to like show off or anything. It's not like he's like trying to be cool. He just literally just eats everything, and I'm the same way. Like, I just made this big sandwich, and then I also made macaroni and cheese because God forbid I don't have enough. And then instead of like saving half of the sandwich or half of the mac and cheese, I was like, I must finish all of it.
Right.
was your dad always like on the go? Because that's why my dad was a fast eater, and I think I became a fast eater because I felt like we were always just like on the go.
My dad has absolutely nowhere to be ever, so it's some weird psychological thing. He says that it's because I don't know why he eats fast,
Yeah.
but he says that he like can't not finish a meal because his parents were like, you have to finish everything on your plate or else you
Right.
can't do anything. So I don't know. I do the same thing though. I think I just like to feel this sounds inappropriate and I don't mean it to be, but like I just like to stuff my mouth.
Yeah.
I
Right.
like smoking, I like talking, I like chewing things, I like eating. I think it's depression.
I think
That's what I was going to say. That definitely is a thing. Like a psychological thing that people do, that they're always putting something in their mouth
yeah.
for like anxiety or something.
It's like I remember learning about it in high school. There's like different people have different things, but there's like an oral fixation.
That's the word.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like other things. I don't know what I didn't really pay attention in school. Why are you both wearing blankets? Is that like the podcast is like we're two dudes who wear blankets?
So it's called the Before and After podcast, but
This
in
came later.
it, we become like we've evolved into the Blanket Boys.
Yeah. We
Okay.
we like being
Yeah.
cozy.
Same.
like
we keep it cold in the apartment, like, you know.
Oh, so you guys live together. You're not just like breaking quarantine.
That's
for the
right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
live together.
Yeah,
Is it just the two of you?
just the two of us.
That's nice. It looks
Yeah.
like a nice place.
It's not bad. It's
This is the studio wall, so this is the best looking part of the entire apartment.
Yeah, I bet the rest of it's falling apart.
Yeah.
the apartment complex isn't that bad. We've heard like 2 gunshots this past week.
Yeah.
That's
So-
not bad.
It's not
It's
terrible.
not bad at all.
It's not terrible.
2, and this is Texas, so everyone's got one.
Yeah, and the thing is, I feel like the 2 in a week has to be like targeted shots, you
Yeah,
know? I don't
yeah.
think you're anyone's interest. I hate to break it to you, but
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't get the vibe that people want to kill you.
That's a good vibe to give.
Damn. That's
I'm proud to give that vibe.
I'm not saying people don't want to like do evil things to you, but kill.
Okay. Just
What's
kill.
priority?
Yeah.
Wait, what's your name? What's your name? Not Tony.
My name's Parker.
Parker.
We haven't met officially. Parker Slavens.
Parker.
Great to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Yeah.
You guys both have like such kind, gentle faces, like very
Thank you.
Mormon.
Thank you.
Indeed. Yes.
And we're also very just quiet, I think gentle people as
Yeah.
well.
happy-go-lucky.
I think that's why this works so well, is because like we do not want to fight. We don't want to
Yeah.
get into any issues. We're just like, okay, we'll concede.
Yeah, do you guys
Yeah.
have like a chart of who does what?
No, we kind of just do
Around the house.
stuff.
Oh no. We just kind of do stuff whenever it's time to be done.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
How much? How much do you pay? I'm curious what the Texas prices are.
It's 1,100, which is kind of pricey.
Total?
Yeah.
Total, not each. Yeah. And it's a 2-bedroom. There's like a dining room area,
Yeah.
a kitchen. Dude,
Yeah.
my old apartment was so trash.
Yeah.
I love this apartment. There's a balcony, dude.
Okay, I might move to Texas after. I'm over it. I don't need to be in LA anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, like it's weird because we were planning on moving to LA and then all this shit happened. Like,
Don't do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
honestly, it's gotten to the point because LA, the mayor out there is just like, yeah, I think we're just gonna not do stuff for a year. So
I
it's
know
just
the mayor over here. I like it, but at the same time, like I wish that he would be like, I wish he would like do a vibe check. So like
yeah,
he'd be like, Ali, vibe check, and then he'd be like, you pass. Your vibes are good. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Continue in business. But then like people with bad vibes, like stay the fuck inside.
Yeah.
it's weird. It's strange now because Texas now like implemented the mask, and I went out to get us coffee, and a lot of people are wearing masks, and it's kind of weird. It's a weird feeling.
Oh, we've been on the mask wave, so I'm a little bit more used to it. But yeah, it does. I feel like it gives people too much confidence. Like
Yeah.
Right.
kind of in the like everyone makes the joke about like, oh, all of a sudden I can go into the bank with a mask on and I'm greeted with a hello, and it's like, but like I feel like it gives people the confidence of like kind of like being on the internet where like sure there's like a
Yeah.
face and like you're being represented as like this person, but really it's not you. I feel like the masked people, I don't know, they freak me out. I'm like, people need to be seen or else they're gonna do some sketchy stuff.
And
I
also-
totally agree.
And
yeah.
also, some people they don't have friendly eyes, so
Yeah.
they could look like pissed
Most
off,
people,
but then
yeah.
they sound happy, and I'm like, like my vitals are just like not registering. I'm like, am I pissing this person off right now?
I know I was never really concerned about getting Botox, but I feel like now I definitely need to like, you know, get a little bit so I look more excited rather than like droopy. I feel like that could help.
Also, did you shave
Don't you
your-
have to get it again though, like all the time?
I think it's like every 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
It's an
tough.
expensive habit.
I don't know though, because you know, you get your hair cut every
That's
3 to
true.
6 months and
Yeah.
that makes you feel good, and you don't technically have to get your hair cut. You can have long ass hair
That's
or
a
you
good
can have a
point.
wrinkly ass face.
Yeah. And it's only like $250, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't considered it that much yet, but I do know a lot of people who've done it, and sometimes it looks good, and sometimes you're like, no, I do not need that.
I think if it's overdone, that's when it looks bad. Like when they just get like every crevice of the face.
Yeah.
Like if you get one thing, it's like to just fix that one thing. People are like, "Oh, that looks nice." Like it's a little clear. But once you get the lips and the eyes, and it just becomes it warps into like one.
I do want to get my lip. I want to get my lip a little bit thicker up top.
Yeah,
some people do
just some
like
injections.
Yeah, some people go too much though, and then there's like it sticks out and looks all weird.
It like curls up. Yeah.
Yes, it's like the Simpsons.
That's like a thing people are trying to do, where they'll put like that some kind of glue right there, and they'll do this for a while.
Yeah. I also, do you remember like 2 years ago, was it like the Kylie Jenner challenge, and people would like suction?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never tried it, but now I'm tempted. But I also
do it right now on the pod.
But I feel like if people listen to your pod, there's just gonna be like dead air but I'm.
That's true. You don't have to.
she's sucking.
We'll do a
Will
commentary.
she look like Kylie Jenner after she's done?
So for those who don't know, you like create a vacuum in the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then your lips go in there. You've done it before.
It's like
and you just leave it on there for like a while. I don't know how long. It's been. Not long enough.
It's not feeling good. She's like putting a negative sign, not feeling great.
Yeah, it hurts.
She
killed it.
Yeah.
Ow, it hurts so bad, and I feel like my lips are just red.
Kylie?
Honestly,
they kind of do. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, but now my eyes are watering. This is fucked up. That hurt.
Yeah.
That would be funny if like a girl did that like right before hitting on a guy. She just had like a water bottle ready, just
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Let me pump up.
What would you say to get out of that? Would you be like, oh, I was trying to make my lips more thick? Or would you be like, oh, I was practicing a blowjob?
Are those our only two options? Okay.
Well, what else are you going to say? Oh, I forgot how to drink water.
Yeah, I thought there was a straw. Damn it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you wanted to get with them, probably I was practicing.
Right?
Yeah. Because
maybe. I don't know. That might be a turn off.
Well, I guess you could say it in a way where it sounds like a joke. You're like, ha ha ha, trying to give my water bottle a blow.
No,
this is a classic meet cute right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're describing.
Wait, what is that?
What is what?
Meet cute.
That's like, I think it's like a term where in, what'd you say?
Tell me now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus, we're being robbed.
A gun. It's like in rom-coms or like any kind of story, like a book where you meet like the love interest and the.
But why is it called meet cute? I don't.
It's always a cute situation where they meet.
When you meet
cute.
someone, it's cute.
Yeah, but doesn't that sound weird? Right next, meet cute. It sounds so fucked up.
I think it's like it's.
Are you thinking it's like
it defies the rules. It defies the rules of the English.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's kind of like those.
What are the rules?
It needs to be a preposition.
It's like those South Korean like.
I don't think
it's like those South Korean dancers. You know, it's cute, but it's also fucked up because they were grown up in a concentration camp.
But why would you say meet in front of it? Meet cute.
It's like It's like.
It just
the two people are meeting in a cute scenario.
I get that.
That's why you say meet. Well, then why do you keep asking it?
I understand now why it's called that, but I don't understand those two words being next to each other. Yeah. Regardless of the context of how you're saying it.
Okay, how would you want to say it?
Yeah. What's the
meet
better?
Someone cute. A cute cute. I don't know, but not that.
Cute.
I don't know who coined the term.
Yeah.
Well, I want them dead.
Screenwriter. Yeah.
Your apartment to shoot that person. It doesn't make sense. I don't like it. That's so annoying.
I'm on board with you now. I hate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of stuff.
Me.
There's a lot of stuff.
You guys have the faces of people who will, if I stand by something strong enough, you will conform to what I say.
Yeah, that's called being a weak man, Ali.
I'm a weak man.
I feel like it's called being a smart man.
That's true. Yeah.
I've got nothing to prove.
I'm one of those people. How are you? Are you like that? Where if I'm like at a party or something, and people are getting in an argument or something, I will just be like, yeah, I can see both sides because I just don't want to be a part of the argument.
Yeah, I'm also, I'm like,
every time I argue.
Yeah, I never want to get involved. I'm like, I don't know. I also, if I see a fight, it makes me very uncomfortable.
Yep.
Like violence makes me like I just look away. I run. I hate it.
Live violence, especially. Like
Oh gosh, yeah.
Live violence.
Yeah, it's weird. I've been in this past year like 2 or 3 situations where I've broken up fights.
Oh,
and
really?
I'm not that strong, so I know we're just like one push away. Just push my fat ass to the side of people hurting each other, but I just like puff up.
Were
and
they
I'm
like comics or something?
Yeah, it was comics, you know.
Who?
Ugh.
What comedians are
There's
trying to
nothing
fist fight?
Better than 2 non-successful comic fights. It's truly something. So I mean, even if they are successful, I just think especially comics though, because you like know the underlying feelings, and then to like watch them take it out physically, you're like, this is so sad.
One of the scenarios was 2 guys. They were like maybe like 4 months into comedy. So, and it was just like, I'm gonna get work before you, and it's like, why are we?
God, I love that.
Why are we even fighting about it? You want a bar show? I will throw a bar show, put both of you on, give you 2 free drink tickets, and we'll solve this right now. Like, that's crazy.
Did you mention how we know each other?
No, I think I've told. I don't think I've told you, Parker. So
I don't think so.
how we met was
I
you
thought
were
you
you
just-
were
Well, we
Instagrams.
never like really
met. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were driving to a gig in I think San Francisco,
Yeah, I was driving far.
and I was driving back home to San Antonio to do a gig as well. You post on your Instagram like, I'm bored in traffic. If someone wants to like talk, and I just said, hey, she seems cool. So I just said,
Nice.
hey, I'm just driving too. If you want to talk, and we chatted for like an hour. It was really cool. And
That is cool.
yeah.
Right, you didn't mention the part where you're like, I'm a fan.
I am a fan, dude. I'm a huge
He's
fan.
definitely a
It's part of
fan.
the story.
Yeah.
It just makes it sound like we both happen to be
Dude.
driving.
Literally, I was telling people when you agreed to do the show, I was telling people, I was like, you know, we got Ali, and they're like, who? And I was like, you know, Ali. And then I showed them. They're like, oh yeah, she's really funny.
Okay, well, you could have left that story out. It wasn't that good.
He said the most
There's no
successful
alley,
person we've
dude.
had on the
Yeah.
podcast.
And then they're like, oh my god, that's my favorite comedian of all time. Everyone, all of them.
There we go.
And I was like, who?
Yeah.
No.
There's a crow outside my window.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, it's so weird to see a crow just like by your house. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you see them at like your school parking lot or at the beach. I mean, you guys don't really have
Or
beaches.
funerals too.
Funerals,
Yeah.
parks, big open
The
space.
desert.
But when it's by
Yeah.
your house, you're like, I mean, they're also so ugly. They're really freaky looking.
They're the death bird.
Yeah.
No, I feel like Edgar Allan Poe.
I think you have to tell her your conspiracy theory about birds.
Well, I didn't make it up.
But still, like
It's
you.
that TikTok thing where all the birds are fake and they're just
They are. And they land on reason they land on power lines is to recharge their drones, their government drones. And I go catch that crow and prove me wrong.
Yeah.
But don't people in Texas like shoot birds all the time? Don't you think they would have been like, wow, there's so
That's a
many
myth.
video cameras?
Myth started by the government.
Yeah, by big.
I witnessed a bird catch a snake the other day. There was a snake in our yard, and a bird
Fuck.
just swooped down, caught it.
Dude, fuck snakes. Honestly,
Flew away.
Okay, well then what purpose does a government surveillance
Obviously, the snakes is where they store a lot of data, and they.
that's the USB. That's
yeah,
the USB.
yeah.
Are you a conspiracy theorist in any shape or form?
A little bit,
Yeah.
but like I tread lightly in those waters because sometimes here's the thing. If I'm wrong about conspiracies, I'd rather be asleep. Some people would rather be awake. Yeah, that's what the truthers call it.
Yeah.
Like to be awake. I'm fine being sleepy beepy,
Yeah.
go with the flow alley because it makes me feel better. I don't need to be
Yeah.
thinking about these big things that are freaky. I'm like, you know what? Coronavirus is real.
Yeah.
I have to stay inside.
Dude,
And-
Ignorance is bliss.
Dude, I have a buddy
Absolutely.
who literally he's like full in it, and I think his hair has gotten gray because of it. And any conversation we have, it comes back up to like child pedophile rings. I'll be like, hey man, do you want to get Taco Bell or Whataburger? And he'd be like, dude, there's child pedophile rings. They're gonna get all the kids and they're just fucking. I'm like, okay, that's not the question I asked right now. Like, we can't solve that right now. We can solve what we're gonna go eat.
Yeah, it's like I feel like your time could be better spent than memorizing YouTube videos to repeat to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone, don't you think everyone, well, I had, when the coronavirus stuff all broke out, I had my friend Annie on my podcast, who's a truther. They don't like to be called conspiracy theorists, they're truthers. So I had her on to talk about everything that was happening, and that was wild to hear. And it was kind of interesting, and I like enjoy hearing about stuff like that, but it's not really my community. I don't really, it's not my people.
But my thing with that is, because I listened to part of that episode, it was funny. But like my thing with that is where I like hearing the other side and I like hearing the other thoughts, but I feel like I wish being a conspiracy theorist or a truther would be shameful again, because I feel like it's so cool now to be a conspiracy.
I feel like there's nothing that we know is real, right? There's so much information out there.
Yes, I think we've all been so, like, we've all felt so, like, lied to by our government, and, like, because there is so much information that people just kind of come to their own conclusions rather than, like, trusting the government, which I get. Like, those people aren't necessarily people you would want to trust necessarily, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, I don't know what's better, just like going with that and like doing as we're told, or like starting a revolution. I feel like there's like a lesser of two evils, maybe. I think I just know, and I think you think this way too, just I'm not going to be the one that starts the revolution.
Right.
Like, if the revolution starts and I understand what's going on, I might join the revolution, but I'm not going to be the guy that says, you know what, I have a hunch.
I feel like I could definitely start a revolution.
Because you think so?
Yeah, I'll put on a beret.
Or you can't.
I'll put on a beret, and I'll
Parker
put on a vest, and I'll march.
No, I've known you for 20 minutes.
Ali, though, the reason I think he could is living with him the past year, he gives nuggets where I fear him sometimes. Like, we'll watch Secessions, and he will look at the dad in Secessions and be like, oh, he's a good protagonist. And I'm like, no, he's the villain in the show. And he's like, no, he's doing everything right. He's trying to kill people.
He's a hard worker
to get another company. And he goes, well, I would do that.
Well, I think Parker has great leadership skills, but being the leader of a revolution, I think, would be difficult. You're like the brains behind it, but not the body.
Oh, I see.
You're like James Bond sidekick.
I'm fine with that. That's actually quite the compliment.
You're like Q in James Bond. You're the guy who makes the gadgets.
Yeah.
You're like, don't fuck this up, James.
A nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite part about doing podcasts on Zoom is that my mom just like casually walks past to get the mail. I'm like, just wait 1 hour. I told you 1 hour.
Yeah. What I want to know, since we were planning to move to LA.
No.
What would be good, like, advice for Texas guys?
And nothing about comedy, just like LA lifestyle. Yeah. We don't like
not
nothing,
like comedy advice.
Just like just living in LA. Because I've been twice, and it scares me a little bit and intimidates me.
I don't know. Here's the thing about LA. Okay, LA is huge. It's ginormous. It's gigantic. Okay, it's large. And there's like so many different pockets and cities inside of LA. And so there's a chance that you're not going to like most of it. And it's going to take a while to find the part of LA that you really connect with and that feels natural and comfortable to you. So I don't know. I think it's hard in the beginning because there's so much to like get used to, but once you figure out like where you feel you belong, then it's nice.
What's your favorite part?
I don't know. I wish I like had like a powerful burp.
Yeah, it just looked like you were breathing for air. Like just
it's like I don't even think the audio of it picks up. It's like the tiniest little like anyway. I live in Hollywood, and I really like Hollywood. I'm not really, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I kind of can like anywhere. Like West Hollywood is really nice. I'm not super into the West Side, like by the water, like Venice, Santa Monica, Marina del Rey. I'm not really into that area just because I feel like it's harder with comedy. But I imagine if I wasn't doing comedy, I
You
would really like that area.
Yeah,
Um,
being on the beach and stuff.
yeah, but then I also like Eagle Rock and Outwater Village and Echo Park and Silver Lake, but it's like I don't know, I kind of like it all except for Culver City. I really don't fuck with like Mid City, Culver City, Mid Wilshire.
Yeah, I have a buddy who lives out in Santa Clarita, and like
Damn, that's far.
by like the Six Flags and everything, and
Yeah.
and I loved it out there. But like you said, the drive sucks. But I just like being out there and like the nature, and you can walk and like
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's so vast that there's like all these other little areas that are outside, like not the main parts of LA.
Also,
Like I'm from Long Beach, which is still technically LA County, but it's so separate from like
Right.
what people imagine is LA, and that's like very suburban, but it's also super populated and dense, and it looks
If
like
you
I'm wearing the
can't-
weirdest thing. Okay, sorry.
If you can't see the Hollywood sign, are you even in LA?
Technically.
yes. See, he's still
not buying it.
He's he literally wants.
I thought every street had those stars on it.
No,
No.
No.
just one.
What?
Well, actually, that's not true. It's on Hollywood Boulevard, but then it like so Hollywood Boulevard's this way, and then like some of the streets that are on Hollywood Boulevard but going this way have them.
Okay, but y'all have like Fiji water comes out of the taps there, right?
Nope, we have terrible mercury and
Yeah.
I don't even want to move there anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, don't please. I'm moving in with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, you're welcome.
Dude, come here. There's
Come here,
plenty
join
of
us.
stage time.
Oh, I'm staying at my mom's house right now. I gotta get out.
They're $25 plane tickets right now.
Yeah. And
'Cause
gas is cheap.
I
too.
had a buddy. He was like, "Hey man, come visit me in LA," and I was like, "Why? Everything's closed." He's like, "Dude, we'll just like trip shrooms," and I was like,
That sounds fun.
"Honestly, for a $25 plane ticket, it might be worth it."
Kind of a steal. I know. I feel like everyone's kind of at this point because it's been what, like 5 or 6 weeks that I've been quarantining now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like at this point, I'm like, I'm ready to just like I think I might go to my sister's house who lives in Arizona. I think I'll drive there.
Yeah.
Which is safe, but like if she lives somewhere else, I would for sure just like fly and go.
Because I don't know, man. Because it's I think with me, it's gotten to the point where like, if we had to do this for like 2 or 3 more months, I was like, I would rather go see people occasionally, still be safe.
Yeah.
But like just being stuck inside, it's like
Sucks.
I would rather die, honestly.
Same.
than
Give me COVID or give me life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's that one? Isn't that like a president? Give me something or give me something.
Give me freedom or give me death.
It's
Dude, Parker, I knew you'd freaking come in clutch on that.
no,
Isn't that FDR?
It's about weapons.
Yeah, it's FDR.
Yeah.
Give me liberty or give
Give
me
me liberty
death.
or give me death. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
And it's
I'm gonna just fact
it's a-
check it.
it's a flag with a snake, and he's wrapped around a gun. Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have that tattooed on your arm, Tony.
I'm not really
Tony
a pro
loves
gun
guns.
guy. You know,
Oh, what?
they scare me, dude.
You know how many guns we
Also,
have in this
wait.
apartment?
Do you actually?
No,
Not,
no.
Okay,
not on the record.
so this is actually a quote from some dude named Patrick Henry.
What?
Yeah.
So the internet. This is why conspiracy theories exist. Because we all believed
Is
that.
it like that one like Bernstein thing?
Right.
Yeah.
The Mandela effect.
Yes. Did you guys hear? This is a new conspiracy I heard that I do not believe at all, but it's kind of fun to entertain the thought of. That remember when everyone thought that the like Mayan calendar or whatever predicted the end of the world?
Yeah.
Right. 2012.
Yes. So apparently that did happen, and this is just like 2.0.
Oh. That sucks though, because
I know. I'm like, how does that work? Like when we go to sleep and then we wait. Like I don't understand how that process is.
also I've gotten uglier in 2.0. I was like, I kind of want to go back to the prequel. You know,
I see.
Really, I've gotten better since before 2012.
I've just gotten chubbier.
Yeah.
I've just gotten chubbier, and
But
that's
you
just
can change that. That has nothing to do with 2.0.
that's true. Or maybe it is. Maybe they just like
Ooh,
they
But
maybe
everyone
they
I
just
know
ramped
made
it up.
maybe.
They just ramped it up. They like fucking gave me some breadsticks while I was sleeping, and it just
Mine carved you up.
yeah. The Mayans carved me up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Have you,
I'm
dude?
always
Because
just
I've
walking
been
into the fucking podcast.
the first like.
Well, introduce
Tell her this. Tell her this. Tell her this. There are. It's a podcast with hundreds of listeners. Like
She's such a famor.
two. She can say
Hundreds?
hi. She can say hi. We have like
we
a hundred.
We have like 100.
Yeah, 100. It's more than one. You know.
1.2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it all just like other bitter like Texas comics?
No, it's actually honestly
man.
it's kind of cool because we started it while we were still doing gigs. So a lot
Yeah,
of it is
before
it's like audience
pre-
members and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Cute.
Yeah. So it's because I think comics don't want to
Pre-corona.
listen to other comics podcasts that much.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I feel like some younger comics like do listen for intel.
Right, for
Yeah.
sure.
I'll listen to like friends of mine. Like my buddy Daniel has a podcast and he moved away, and so I'll listen to him just to be like have that feeling like we're hanging out still
Aw.
because it's cool. It's like he makes me laugh, and I'll listen to like just people I find funny. But I know like there's some open micers that don't think I'm funny, so they're not gonna be like, you know what I want to do? I want to listen to Tony for an hour.
Yeah.
So is that your doggy?
What
Yeah,
kind of
oh
dog
my
is
God.
it?
Dog.
Dude, we almost adopted a dog during quarantine.
But they wouldn't let us.
They wouldn't let us.
Why?
They like killing dogs, I guess.
Yeah.
You should make signs and protest.
That'd be a great idea.
And not wear a mask either, just to like double say fuck you.
Yeah.
And just walk in there and just start coughing on the
Give me
dogs.
a dog.
Yeah.
Give me a dog.
I kind of fucked up because I quit smoking like, a couple weeks ago. And so I've been,
Congrats.
thank you. And I've just been like chewing this nicotine gum and I'm staying at my mom's place, so I'm not used to like being with her or the dog or anything. And whenever I'm done with the nicotine gum, I like, put it inside the packet and then leave it on my counter and then throw it away later.
Yeah.
I went into my room and I noticed that the packet was laying on my bed and the nicotine gum was gone. So I'm like, the dog ate it.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm like Googling, is nicotine gum toxic for dogs? And Google's like, your dog's going to die.
Jesus,
Of course, yeah.
No.
immediately. And so I'm just like freaking out. It's like 1:30 in the morning. My mom's asleep. I'm like, do I tell her that I've killed her dog? For that? Like, is it worth it?
Or do you keep it hidden and just be like,
Forever.
what happened? You know?
Yeah.
But here's
just
the
live
thing,
with that secret.
Anytime I keep something hidden, like the dog. Like if I didn't tell her, the dog would have died. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like because I
Right.
told her and was honest, the dog is still alive. For now.
What if the dog is now addicted to like Marlboro Reds? Like when you're not looking, he's out back just like Chief Keefing away.
Well, my friend was telling me, because I told him that story, and he was telling me that his mom had a dog, and his mom would chain smoke inside the house and stuff.
Yeah.
And the mom was like really irresponsible. So my friend gave his mom's dog to his cousin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And his cousin was like, dude, this dog won't stop eating cigarette butts off the floor on walks. Like whenever he would take the dog for walks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cigarette butts and eat them because it was probably addicted to smoking.
Yeah.
When does one of your family members, like your dad or mom, smoke?
Oh my God, yeah, my mom is outside chiefing right now.
So,
Nice.
how old were you when you started smoking? Because I was 14 or 15.
Yeah, I was like 17. I started late.
Because my mom, she would smoke, and I would literally go in the ashtray and grab her butts,
Wow.
and that's how it start. Is like you get like 1 or 2 hits off of that, and then eventually I would get bold enough to steal 1 or 2 cigarettes.
Wow.
And it was funny because I was visiting my mom I was in the bathroom smoking outside the window, and I come back in, and she just goes, "Come with me," and I'm like, "Fuck!" I think she found out she's gonna yell at me, and we go outside, and she hands me a cigarette. And then we just start smoking a cigarette together. And she goes, "Dude, don't fucking lie to me." Like, she's like, I started smoking. It's like, it's not a great habit, but like, just don't lie to me about it.
Yeah, there was one
pretty cool.
time that I tried to smoke a cigarette inside my house.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was so compelled to do it.
Yeah.
But like I was in high school, I didn't know, and so I'm like, my window's open, I'm smoking outside, and my dad's window, his room is right next to mine.
Yeah.
And his window's open.
Yeah.
And he's like, my stepmom at the time tries to come into my room. I slam the door shut.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't fucking come in here. And I just like, I had like 2 puffs, and then I had to like hide it in my bedroom without lighting it on fire. Like, it was a mess.
Dude, that's how junior year of high school, I came home late. Like, we were doing like a long band trip. It was like a 5-hour drive. I got home at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I was like, fuck it, I'll just smoke a joint in my room, because I didn't know how the smell of weed travels. So, it's so prevalent when you smoke.
Yeah.
So I'm just smoking a joint in my room. And then my stepmom, like 2 minutes later, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, nothing." She's like, "I smell fucking weed in here." And I just go to the bathroom, throw it all down the toilet. And then I open my door. My eyes are just bloodshot red. And I was just like, "I was pooping." And she's like, "No, you weren't fucking pooping."
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Just, I think
I never was ballsy
kid.
enough to do it inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parker, you seem like you never did any drugs.
Oh, he's done some stuff.
Yeah. I'm well versed in most things.
Yeah, he's a character.
But I don't smoke cigarettes, so
That's good.
yeah.
I never thought that I would stop. Like, people would be like, "Are you going to quit?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I'm going to quit. I don't want to do this forever." But in my head, I was like, I'm always going to smoke.
Yeah.
There's something cool. There's something cool about like an 80-year-old smoking. Like how he beat it. Like when you see like an 80-year-old and they don't look like shit and they're still smoking, you're kind of like, that's
the dream.
He beat him. He beat it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just like, I've always wanted to smoke. And then during I think I just like suffering more than smoking. So I was like, I'll just quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like suffering. Yeah, I've gone to vaping because also it's like now that.
Yeah, I was juuling, but I was juuling so much.
Really?
And also the Juuls, I think, they came out to be like really kind of dangerous a little bit.
Did they?
It turns out Big Juul wasn't like as healthy.
I thought it was just because they were clearly marketing it towards children.
That too. Yeah, that too.
What type of dog were you guys going to foster?
It was a miniature pincher or something, like a small little dog. Yeah.
I want to, my dream dog is a pug. I want to get a pug.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah. A pug or a Sphinx cat. Those are my 2 animals.
I like the Sphinx cats, but ew, don't sneeze on me. Corona now.
Rest in peace.
Jesus. I also wanted a Sphinx cat. They're so cute, but their bodies are really oily. So they
really?
get like oil on everything, and you have to like wash them regularly and like wipe them down.
One thing I love about them is they will, because I'm not a huge fan of cats, but they're the cats that will like wait for you in front of the door. They'll cuddle with you while you're watching a movie. Yeah, they'll play fetch.
And they don't have hair that goes everywhere.
Yeah, and they just like I like the look. They're just always just
me
like
too. They're cool.
They're always just like, tell me a story, and I feel like if I tell them a story, they're gonna tell like ancient pharaohs and like
that's right. Yeah,
it goes in like a secret book. Like yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have like a unique quality to them that is ancient for sure.
Yeah, some mysticism.
I just love mummies. I love ancient like Egypt and all that. I love it.
Really?
Let's go to Egypt, dude. What are we doing?
That was always like my least favorite subject in school. Or not least favorite. I was like, okay, mummy schmummy.
Because they taught it wrong.
Right.
They taught it wrong.
They
did. They were very
Stop
boring.
sneezing on me.
This is the animal abuse part.
Yeah,
she just
right.
starts beating the shit.
Don't lick me. I hate when a dog licks me.
They taught it wrong because, like, back then they were just like, oh, this was a pharaoh, and they built the pyramids. But if you learn, like, the history where the people thought these people were gods, and, like, the fucking pain and suffering and all, like, the history of pharaohs trying to betray other pharaoh.
They also had batteries.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most impressed with.
It's fucking nuts.
They had electricity.
Yeah.
They found like all these battery cells buried by the pyramids.
Yeah.
Recently, within the last 5 years.
It's fucking dope.
Right?
That's why I kind of believe that's why I kind of believe aliens have visited us before, and I think they helped them build the pyramids.
Well, they talk about the pyramids being like a way that they like solar panels.
Yeah.
Is what I've been told.
Yeah. No,
But
it's wild.
I haven't researched any of it.
Yeah, I guess all of that stuff just sounded so fake that I like didn't really believe it. I was like, this is just like a cool sci-fi story that I'm learning about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love history, and I love especially when history gets like put on its side a little bit and just exploring like the different opinions. I'm a big dummy when it comes to that. I love that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew more about history, but
I really want to get a toy Australian Shepherd.
Oh,
That's my dream dog. Yeah.
Those are so cute.
That's why they look like big dogs, but like, you know how most small dogs look like disproportionate?
Yeah.
These ones are proportionate.
Oh,
and
that's
they're very
fucking
nice,
cool.
and they have the good ears that stand up. And
Yeah.
they stand up and they put their paw up, and they're like, "What's that over there?" And that's what I want.
It's
I
weird.
like big old chunky dogs.
Chunky dogs. What kind of dog is this? Is this?
I don't. It's like one of those like bitch ass dogs that everyone.
Yeah,
It's
like a
It's like,
Bichon
I
or
don't know what it
something.
is. It's just like white and fluffy and like just dumb.
Yeah, you
Just
just walk into
dumb.
PetSmart and you're like, I'm a white woman.
Give
And
me
then
the
they're
little bitch ass
they're like,
dogs.
"Here- here's your dog." How can I ask you something? So I've been seeing that you've been going on Omegle lately.
Oh yeah.
Dude, after watching that, I started going on Omegle, and I realized why I stopped going on Omegle.
Right.
And that's
Because-
what people keep telling me. People keep being like, "Oh, after watching you on Omegle, I decided to go on," and it's just like so many dicks. I can't do it.
It's
And
not,
you're just like,
to me, it's not the dicks. It's the
desensitized.
kids. The kids are fucking dicks, dude.
they're
They're
mean.
so mean. And
Dude.
it's like it's fucked up because I don't know. I always like, people always view the future as like all these like progressive kids who care
No.
about the environment and equal
No.
rights. And you go on Omegle and you're like, oh, all these kids are racist and don't care about anyone else.
They're all nihilists, man.
Yeah, it's fun. But I think like Omegle is a breeding ground for kids who suffered from like childhood trauma, and that's why they're on
Right.
there. So I'm like, okay, this isn't a fair estimate of generalization of like the youth.
So does that mean both of us have suffered childhood trauma? Because
Well, how old were you when you used to go? Did you used to go on it when you were?
yeah, like probably middle school, high school-ish.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely some issues from your parents that passed down to you.
Honestly, yeah.
Because Omegle's like the only reason you go on Omegle as a child is because you're like bored and you're not getting enough attention. I mean, at least for me, I just
Yeah.
always assume that if it's me, it's everyone else.
I
So
shit you not.
it's like,
I had oh, go ahead, sorry.
you go.
No, I had the thought, like, as like a 14 or 15-year-old, that I was gonna meet like a 19-year-old woman, and she was just gonna come pick me up in her like Corvette, and we're just gonna drive down the sunset. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry,
Yeah.
Did you ever jack
I never
off?
did that.
No, never, no, dude. I shit you not. My dick is camera shy. He does not. He's very
No appearances, no special appearances.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is like, let's go on like
You
two.
guys, Have you guys seen each other's dicks?
No,
Not yet.
no,
Why not?
not into that stuff.
He's not into it.
I'm not.
You
I
don't
would
walk
show
around
you my
the house
dick.
every once in- Do it now. Blur it out.
No, the thing is,
Parker.
Allie, I'm a grower and not a shower. So the reason is, if I had to show my dick to Parker, I would want to impress
You
him.
have to be hard, yeah.
That means I would have to get hard. And honestly, I like the relationship me and Parker have. I don't want to bring in like being erect into it because it might like just ruin
Yeah.
it.
It might wreck it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might wreck it. Yeah, exactly.
This dog is.
I
Dude.
hope to have a foursome with Tony involved someday. And that's when we'd see each other's
two
dicks.
girls.
Ideally.
Hopefully, yeah.
Foursome.
Yeah. Or,
That's
Just
so
like-
many pieces to the puzzle.
maybe just like in a hotel room.
That's his dream.
Two twosomes
Not
That
in the
mine.
sounds,
same
yeah, that
room.
sounds more like two people hooking up separately.
And
That's what I mean.
And
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
not my dream. Not mine. I'm okay with that.
Parker, where does that come from?
I'm incepting this into him slowly but surely.
I'm curious, like what that. I've never thought about that, and I'm curious where that comes from.
It comes from us. We're going to be on the road together. We're going to have a hotel room that we share.
Yeah.
And we're going to, be fucking
But
bitches.
you want that to happen.
He wants
More
it
than
to
anything in the
happen.
world.
You don't want to like just bone someone in the hotel while Tony's like out getting pizza.
No.
No.
My thing is, he thinks we're
That's
gonna share.
gross.
He thinks we're
Parker,
gonna
are
share
you gay?
How does this make me gay?
because you want to.
fucking
You
a
want to
girl.
see me
Because
fuck.
I think that maybe you're afraid to admit this to yourself, and
Uh-huh.
so instead of having sex with Tony, you want to
Right.
experience it through his experience.
I see.
Because that's his
Hmm.
ideal. It's funny. That's his dream. That we're on the road
Yeah.
together, we're sharing rooms, and we're fucking at the same time.
Yeah.
That's not my dream.
If
My
it could
dream,
be one girl, I'd prefer
no, my
that.
dream, Parker, is that we're on the road together, and we have separate rooms. I'm with my girlfriend or maybe wife at the time. We're in our room doing
You're
our
taking
thing.
your girlfriend on the road with you?
Yeah, thank you.
Sometimes.
So you don't even want to go on the
Sometimes.
road with me, is what you're trying to
No,
say.
I said you're going to be there, and we're going to be co-headlining. We're going to be the two-man show. We're going to come on together the last 20 minutes, and
Mhm.
we're gonna do this
Yeah,
together.
we're gonna come
We're
on
gonna-
together the last 20 minutes of the show, and then in the hotel room, we'll come on together the last
Dude.
20 minutes of the session. It's
I
gonna
don't-
be great.
Allie, I don't get his fascination. Like, dude, I'm very open, and I'm very like liberal when it comes to sex. I'm very like
Doesn't sound like
if you
it.
want to do like OnlyFans and you want to do shit like that, go for it. It's your body, it's your choice. But also, it's like I like to keep my shit private. I just do. It's
Are you drinking Aquafina?
yeah.
Oh my god.
We're white trash here in Texas.
Oh.
We're
what,
white
do you, what do you
trash.
drink?
You're in San Antonio?
No, we're in Dallas.
You're in
Yeah.
Dallas. Okay,
Yeah.
that's where my gunkles live.
Oh,
Oh, really?
we're in Dallas.
I don't know. Just
We're in
in
Oak
Dallas.
Cliff.
Okay.
They all live in Oak Cliff now.
Yeah.
Wherever like the nice part of Dallas is.
Never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Uptown.
don't know. It's like pretty nice. I mean, we're like driving around and there were like I don't know. I feel like this is all of Texas, but like all of the lawns were beautiful.
Right.
Mhm.
Not that he's like bawling or anything, but he lives near
The people who
wherever
are,
that is. Where did George Bush used to live?
Oh, that's
Austin.
Highland Park.
Oh, Highland Park.
Highland Park is
So,
the
yeah, that's
place.
up.
Not,
Uptown.
he doesn't I don't think he lives there, but somewhere like near
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mockingbird Station.
Yeah.
I fuck with Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you ever been to Dumas? Dumas?
No,
don't
where's
think
that
so.
at? Where's that at?
I don't know. I used to have a neighbor who lives over there.
Ah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. It's probably one of in Texas.
One of
there are a
those
lot of
random
small
ass
towns.
Yeah.
just small.
Yeah,
like,
it's like Texas, where like people have like like farms and shit.
Right.
We
That's
live-
where I'm from.
Yeah.
Is
Really?
small town Texas. Yeah.
Oh, Dumas is in Moore County.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could be.
Is
Yeah, I
that
don't
like
know.
central south?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
what is-
tiny. It says, wait, population 14,000.
Yeah.
That's more than my hometown.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mine's
Where's your
4,000. It's called Eastland, Texas. if you're Googling.
Oh my god, all these houses look so gross. They look like little tiny tins.
Yeah, there's a lot of metal metal houses in
So crazy.
Texas.
No, have you ever been to like one of those small Texas towns?
No, that's like my dream is to
Dude.
like go to these small little teeny towns.
When
you want
this
to do a show at one?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, but I feel like I'd get shot. They'd like
No.
see
fine.
me
Dude,
parents like
no,
she's
they're-
fearful.
No, dude.
Yep.
Those are actually some of the most fun shows because they're wild. But like, even if you're a liberal and wild idea, if you just own up to it and you just make fun of everything and everybody, they're like, dude, I fuck with you. Like, those are some of the best shows. Or
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm getting my $25 flight.
not
and I'm-
everything's closed now.
Yeah, we can't do it
Yeah.
right
You think
now.
even over there?
Yeah,
we open
my
up
parents
next
live
week.
there, and they're like
Yeah.
not doing anything.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You guys are opening up next week?
Some places, yeah, in Texas.
It's retail to go.
Yeah.
So like all the retail stores will be
Oh, yeah.
opening and doing like to go shit.
Okay,
But-
yeah, that's what we've been doing out here.
Yeah. So it's not actually opened, but there are like a bunch of services that like come to your house to work like
Mhm.
are reopening,
Hmm.
like maid services and stuff like that.
Honestly,
My
though,
dad lied. He had the housekeepers over and he was trying to pretend like he did it himself. And then I realized that the housekeepers came because the housekeepers like always do this thing in the bathrooms. Like, you know, when you go to a hotel and they always have the toilet paper the same?
yeah.
Like the
The
triangle.
housekeepers that come to my dad's house, they always do this one thing that my dad never does if he cleans the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole time I'm over there, he's like, yeah, I did it all myself. I have a lot of time on my hands. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And then as I was about to leave, I used the bathroom and I see that the toilet paper is like the way that the housekeepers do. And I was like, you
Mhm.
fucking bitch.
Yep.
How dare he?
How did you know? I'm like, because you don't even fucking clean any, like, you don't even brush your teeth.
Yeah.
All of a
Let
sudden, you're
alone.
cleaning the house.
My dad has a shed and it was like falling apart. And he was like, yeah, I have time now, so I'm just going to build it. And then like 2 days later, he calls me. He's like, yeah, I heard Mario. He's going to do it. I was doing well, but I just felt like he needs money right now. And I just want to help the community. I was like, no,
That's
Dad,
what, yeah.
you fucked up. Just
Yeah.
say you fucked up.
Building decks
Yeah.
is hard. It's okay to for that to not be your profession
No,
when
he,
you've been an
Yeah.
accountant your whole
Yeah.
life.
no, he would do that shit as like growing up. He's like a military guy, so he wants to take everything in his own hands.
Mhm.
So he'd wake me up at 6 o'clock and he's like, we're going to build a boat. And I was just like, do you know anything about building machinery, boat? No, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Who's Mario in your life?
Mario, he's a guy who would just like repair the house if like
Yeah.
big damage. He's a
My
So
mom's
he's
got
just
a
been around
Mario.
the family for a while.
he's been
Mhm.
I think yeah, he's been around. I wouldn't say around the family. When we moved back from Germany after my dad was stationed out there, he just like saw him like an ad online and he's a great guy. His kid comes out. I would play with his kid when he came. He's a cool guy.
That's sick.
Yeah,
You were living in Germany?
yeah. My dad's military. My mom's like German. She still lives out there, and yeah, I lived there
What
for like.
part of Germany?
I lived in Heidelberg. It's like an hour I think north of Frankfurt, and it's like one of those old cities. Like it was cool because you would take like public transportation to like elementary school, and every morning I would take the bus, and you just look up, and in the mountains there's like a castle that was built in like 1100.
Right.
Yeah,
BC.
Yeah. and it's just like old city. All the houses are hundreds and hundreds, some of 1,000 years old, and it's very
That's
cool.
like the Dumas, Texas of Germany.
Right.
No, it's actually a major city. It's huge. It's
Oh,
pretty
really?
cool. Yeah, it's a few million people.
Oh wow.
Favorite German rappers from there?
Million people.
I love that you have a favorite German rapper.
I have a couple.
I like
couple.
that there's German rap. I think
German
that's
rap is
interesting.
great right now. It's in its renaissance. It's in its
That sounds scary as fuck.
dude. German, it sucks because I thought when I moved, like I was moving back, I was like, I'm going back to American public school. It's gonna help me meet women. I can speak another language, but it does
no
not.
one likes German.
No, it's just like it'll be like I'll say like Ellie, du hast schöne Haare. See, that's
Closest accent.
exactly. And I just said, Allie, you have nice hair, but like it sounds like I was like berating you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's a
a
terrible.
lot of phlegm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I went to Israel and I really like Israeli rap. I think it's
Oh,
really
really?
entertaining and fun.
It's great.
But Hebrew kind of has that same thing, but I think it's a little bit more sexy because it's not as like harsh, but it definitely has that like there's kind of like a tone to it where you're like, this is disgusting.
Yeah. That's how I feel like with what is it? It's I like Chinese rap, but it's just like very like aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And also I don't speak Chinese and I just feel like they're making up words so they sound like they're rhyming, but I know for a fact that they're actually words.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but like when I first listened to it, I was like, are they just like making up words to
yeah.
sound similar? But then Pong told me,
No.
no,
Yeah.
these are actual words.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
It's-
sometimes I listen to Eminem and I'm like, he's making up words for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh.
I mean, sometimes I think he actually is though.
yeah.
But when you're the greatest, you can, I think.
How much longer are we doing this?
Only for
I
like
think
5
we're
more minutes
good.
or so. Yeah,
we
if
can
you wanna
like wrap
plug
up.
anything,
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to talk about?
I'm going cuckoo. It's hard being at home because I get so distracted. I'm just like
Yeah.
it's
I feel
hard
you.
to like be present.
Right. Yeah. And
Having
you were
a
talking through a
book.
screen.
Yeah, and it's also not like personable.
But yeah, what's your like the Twitter and Instagram handles?
Or if you want to plug anything, yeah.
Yeah, your
I have-
podcast.
Absolutely nothing to plug right now, but I will be having merch come out soon.
Oh shit!
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I have my podcast, Resting Bitch.
It's
not
very
having what?
it's very funny. I've
Yeah.
listened to a handful of episodes and it's a good listen, so.
Thanks. Yeah, I enjoy
Yeah.
it. It's weird recording during quarantine.
Right.
Cuz also
Very-
it's very intimate cuz you guys are like sitting on like a couch.
Yeah,
and it's
I'm
like
just
very
it.
yeah, and it's a very intimate podcast, so I bet now with social distancing it's very people are like, "Nah."
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I don't do much during lockdown, so it's like hard to have a new episode every week talking about what I've been up to because it's like not much.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going well. I think I'll probably start doing more guests through Zoom or whatever soon for that. And then yeah, I'm not Ali Mac on social media, so
hmm
Hey,
I'm pretty much on Instagram all the time.
thank you very
Nice.
much for coming on. Honestly, I was very excited when you agreed. I think you're hilarious. You were a great guest. And when shit goes back to normal, literally we'll plan a Texas road gig, the three of us, and we'll do like
we'll go to a small town.
we'll go
and do
Hell
one.
small
yeah.
town. We'll do like a little Texas run and we'll
I've got a venue.
yeah,
I've already got one in.
So down.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
Nice.
we'll do an old Texas hoedown.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Perfect.
Well, thanks for being on. It was nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah. And goodbye.
Bye.
Hi, and thank you for listening to the Before and After podcast. Make sure to rate and subscribe. Come on! Before and After, hey!